Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, She Married Her Stalker and It Ended in Horror. Let's get right into it.
In 2020, I met my husband on Hinge, and I was living in New York City at the time, and I was working from home. I was working on Wall Street, and I was pretty isolated. Here comes my husband on Hinge, and he looks great, and he seems like a pretty decent guy, and he really sold himself as like this faith-based guy, and like really serious with like really good intentions. And I bought it. Now he was going to be starting a job on Wall Street as well at a different firm, and I like the fact that he was already in the industry, so he understood my work schedule, because I really did have a demanding schedule. Again, very normal guy, seemingly decent guy. The relationship is good to start. Towards the end of 2020, I started to pick up on the fact that our values weren't really aligned. And especially when it came to faith, there were some things that weren't adding up, right? So I did let him know that, hey, I think we should break up. I think we should part ways, because, we're just not aligned. Now, he accepted it at first, but then he kept trying to message me and get back with me, and saying, I really don't understand, I really miss us, and all of that. And then he starts to mention the fact that there's a ring fund, because, he sees me as his future wife, that he's already gained 14% on. And I remember saying to him, like, I'm sorry, what does that have to do with anything? And so that is an example of, I think it's called love bombing. I am somebody who had a narcissistic parent. So I grew up on gaslighting. I grew up on manipulation. I grew up on love bombing. So that feels familiar to me. I didn't really have the language for what exactly my soon-to-be ex-husband was doing at the time. But now that I do have the language for it, I see it for what it was, right? If you have broken up with somebody, they seemingly accept it, but then they're coming back and they're like, okay, but I have 14% on a ring fund. Right? They're trying to like lure you back in, right? They're trying to.
How does 14% on a ring fund lure you back in? Unless, of course, you love money and you don't love the Lord. You said you guys had a difference in faith and values, but it took you many months to figure that out. I'm here to say this, like, it's funny to me because women, of course, when you listen to women tell their story, they always frame it as they're the victim. I'm the victim. This all happened to me. It all happened to you. You try to break up with him and he forced his way back into your life. That's the narrative she wants you to believe. He forced his way back into your life. You met him on Hinge. You said he looks great. He sold himself very well, according to you. And you bought it. But, of course, that's not your fault. He sold himself that way, right? A con artist. Oh, it's a con artist. He conned me. Women, y'all need, what happened to the decorum? Right? What happened to your discretion? What happened to your discernment? You have no discernment here. And the fact that, you said that you blame your childhood. You blame your childhood trauma for the reason why, you accepted him and felt familiar. I think it's very interesting, because it proves to me that women, no matter how they look, their trauma is going to dictate their life. Their past is going to dictate their future because they allow it to. They hold on to the past. And this is why I don't like women with high body counts, because they let that determine who they're going to be. And this is why men were concerned about women's past, because we know for them, it really boxes them into who they could become. So if you had trauma growing up, you're going to live through trauma. You're going to seek trauma. Trauma feels familiar. Very interesting. I got a lot more to say, but let her continue, because this gets really, really good. Hey, listen up, Safe Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
Talk about all these things that they do for you or what they're doing for you to try to lure you back in. Now, I was resistant to his efforts. At the beginning of 2021, I do start a new job, and that job is actually at the firm that he's working at in a different capacity, but we've been broken up. We're still cordial. Now, he's still trying to get back with me. He's inserting himself in a way that's friendly, but like also clearly like he regrets that, you know, we parted ways. Again, I'm focusing on my new job. I'm just focusing on like getting my life together. He does become a source of support for me as I'm in this new job because he's already familiar with this firm. He knows how to support people, and like he really is just a great friend to have. My birthday's in July, and yes, we're friends, we're not together, but he totally inserted himself into my birthday in a way that was like, you know, I'm her man, got me a cake and everything. And like, I appreciated all of those efforts because at the end of the day, like, it's great to have somebody who is looking out for you and all of those things. But again, I wasn't cognizant of the fact that like boundaries were not in place, right? And this is something that you have to be very aware of as a young woman when you're dealing with these men. Like, if you have broken up with somebody, right, there is no reason why they should still be coming around in that capacity. And if they keep coming around under the guise of friendship, right, because they love and care about you deeply as a friend, you need to be very careful. Because I was very convinced that, okay, he keeps showing up and he's just around because, like, you know, he just cares deeply about me and he just wants to be the person that's there for me. Now, despite the fact that we're broken up, anybody who has shown any kind of interest in me, anyone who he knows is interested in me, he's creating obstacles for these people. He would want to spend like every waking moment of the weekend with me, and I just had zero space. This is another sign.
He wanted to spend every waking moment with you. You had zero space. Gee, is it all it takes for a man to just demand that he could spend time with you and then just women just make themselves available? Men in the comments, please help me understand this. Do women just make themselves available if we demand so? You see what the lack of accountability looks like? Oh yeah, I had no free time to myself because he just inserted himself. He inserted himself. That's how their sex went too. He just inserted himself. Her legs were open, but he just inserted himself. There were no boundaries. Yeah, there were no boundaries. Your legs were wide open. Under the guise of friendship, because he really cared about you. Guys, this is why lying to women works. Clearly, I'm not saying her ex-husband or whatever was a good guy, but men do this because it works. Oh yeah, we're just friends. Yeah, let's Netflix and chill. Like, guys have to understand, women are going to hold on to the words no matter what they mean. Oh yeah, we're just friends. Oh yeah, girl, I'm just smashing you, but I'm just a friend. I support you. You need your back scratched. Oh yeah, I'm just supporting you, girl. I think it's funny that she said that she just happened to get a job at the firm he worked at. Accidentally. She just accidentally got a job there, but she was focused on the job and he came in there to support her. No accountability. None. None. And it's funny about this is because this is a pattern with women like this. Now, let me give you an idea of who she is. We're going to play a little bit more video, and I'm actually going to take a deep dive through this. I got some great content for you guys. Stay tuned. Okay? I got some great content. She is the real narcissist. She's the one that fell for his love bombing because she wanted to be worshipped. Guys, love bombing works on a woman who's obsessed with herself, because if you reflect that obsession to her, you look like her. And people love themselves, so they date people that remind them of themselves. Oh, you're obsessed with me too? I'm obsessed with me. So she's the real narcissist. He disguised it as friendship, disguised it as support, and it worked on the narcissism in her. And this is why, women, y'all need men to help you choose a mate. I know y'all don't think so. Y'all wanna have free choice, free will, but you don't have the capacity to make some of these important choices. And this is why women get married and divorced like it's nothing.
We're dealing with a narcissist. They do not give you any space. Keep in mind, the job that I had at this time on Wall Street, I was working at the desk from 6:30 a.m. until roughly about like 6:30 p.m., right? So I'm 12 hours on the desk, Monday to Friday, and every waking minute of the weekend, he would want to spend time with me. I don't really like people like that. I like my space. I do believe that I am an introvert, and I really do need to recharge, especially when I'm in an office setting and when I'm around people for so long, like I need like to decompress, right? I'm blessed now that I work from home and I don't need to like recharge as much, but I really needed my space. Now it is fall of 2021 and he is really lobbying, really pushing that we get back together. And he's even convinced another one of my friends that he really loves me. He really sees a future with me and, you know, for me to give him a chance. He's very, very, very convincing. Like this man, he could sell you anything. He is really good. He puts on a great show. And even my friend is like, wow, like I don't know any guy who's ever loved you this much. Like this man he is so committed. And I'm like, yep, that is true. And I'm like, you know what? I'll give him a chance. We did get back together. So why am I getting divorced after a year and a half? I got married at 28 and I'm 29 and I'm currently getting a divorce. And I owe it to you guys to explain to you why I'm getting a divorce because over.
Okay, so she's a content creator. This is what she does. She talks about being, and that's why I'm going to go through this, right? Because she made her whole identity about being a wife prior to this revelation that she wants to get divorced. And so we're going to go through the content that she's posted since her divorce. So she was once the content creator that said, oh, I'm married. But now look how quickly she brands herself as a divorcee. Like so quickly. Now, before I get into that, I want to say a couple things. One, she said she likes her space, but somehow she allows her friend to insert himself. Women say one thing, I like my space. Then how did he insert himself if you like your space? No, I don't trust anything what a woman says. I trust what they do. So I don't take I like my space. You don't like your space. You like to be smothered. Then you said, you know, he convinced your friend you really loved him. How did he really love you? How did he get access to your friend? There's a lot of gaps in her story. And this is why she made this into a multiple part thing. Last thing she said, oh, her friend said, I never knew a guy that loved you this much. This is some of the guys who want to learn game. And I covered a lot of this in my book. You guys can check out my book. But he's teaching you games, putting you on game right now. Women will fall for you as long as you're more obsessed with them than they're obsessed with you. Because they think they value that. They value men being obsessed with them. So if you convince a girl, I really love you, I really love you, I really want to be with you, it could work. And this is why love bombing works, because women want a man to be obsessed with them. Oh my God, never met a man that loved you so much. What does loving you so much have to do with his character? It has nothing to do with his character. Zero. Okay? Anyway, let's go through some of this content to kind of really show you who she became after the divorce.
I detoxed my marriage, now I'm detoxing my gut. Because after surviving what I survived, rebuilding my health is not optional. Dara and I are headed to Sprouts to grab the new Vita Hustle 1 Superfood Protein that now comes in a peanut butter and jelly flavor. Vita Hustle is actually founded by the Kevin Hart, and
she's obsessed with celebrities. We're going to get to that, but pay attention to that, because when they idolize celebrities, you understand that there's nowhere for God to be when you idolize celebrities.
I got married at 28 and I'm divorcing at 29, part 8. And let me just say this, I don't love the title of being a wife more than I love myself. I don't love the idea of marriage more than I love being respected. As soon as I had proof that there was infidelity, I called the divorce attorney immediately. No hesitation, because that is how much I love myself. A lot of people love the idea of marriage more than they love their own freedom. They love it more than they love their own dignity. That is idolatry. You've made an idol out of marriage. And
you made an idol out of celebrities, and you made an idol out of yourself. They know the words. They know the catchphrase. Oh, that's idolatry. That's idolatry. No, it does not mean that. If you love marriage, you actually love the position God ordained for you. God ordained this for you. It's not idolatry. Idolatry is for idols, not biblical principles. You're trying to say idolatry is a biblical principle? To get married is a biblical principle, and it's a command. It's a command. God commanded us. God commanded you submit to your husband. He didn't command you love yourself so much, love yourself more than God's words. No, he didn't.
I got married at 28 and I'm divorcing at 29, part 9. For my religious police. For me personally, I will have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but I will expose them. Okay? Narcissistic abuse requires your silence in order to survive, and that is intentional. It's not always loud, it's not always violent, it's psychological, it's strategic, and it's designed to keep you confused. And because people who have narcissistic personality disorder are often charming in public, people are not going to believe you unless you speak up. Staying silent.
Again, the same rhetoric over and over again. I got one more video for you guys.
I left the husband, but I kept the glow. I might be going through a divorce, but my skin will not pay the price for someone else's mistakes. When it comes to my skincare, Murad is one brand that I always stay stocked up on. My go-to summer routine for...
And she talks about idolatry. She idols brands. She's a consumer. She loves consumerism, materialism. God said the love of money is the root of all evil. You see where the evil's at. She loves material things. Anyway, now she painted her husband as so bad. I got an image on what he looks like in their life prior to this. So let's go through what their life looked like when they were married and engaged and all that nonsense. Let's go through it.
I didn't realize that people didn't know that I'm Jamaican. Come with me to honeymoon in Jamaica. We forgot that Jamaica was an hour behind, so we were literally scrambling to get to our raft. So the quality of this getting ready part is poor because I was just trying to make it on time. While my husband was out there making sure that we didn't get left behind, I was doing this outfit check in this super cute set I found. Thankfully, we made it. My hand is definitely giving wife. I had no business holding this bamboo stick and trying to steer our raft. As you can see, I almost hit this other raft. My husband was way better at it, as he should. I mean, look at those triceps. Our tour guide's name was Cleve, and he took us to get some mangoes and coconut, and I love coconut jelly. There is no place like home. This was my husband's first time in Jamaica, and he loves Jamaican food, so he's looking forward to our next trip here. After our raft, we got some...
Okay, so you get the idea. He was this narcissist, you know, but look how he started the raft. Look how he did a better job than you. He did a better job at leading than you did. Because you're about to run into the boat and you're just hoping it doesn't... Grab the stick, put it on the other side, and avoid the boat. But she don't know how to do that, but she thinks she knows how to steer her life. Anyway, let's see another clip of her, and this is who she used to be prior to the divorce. Because she branded herself as the wife, full-time content creator and wife. She's selling a lifestyle to you guys. She's talking about, oh, he sold himself so well. She's selling herself so well. She's a liar. All I see is lies and deceit in this. Lies and deceit. Anyway, let's play the video. I'll have you guys make your own conclusion.
A day in the life of a 29-year-old wife and a full-time content creator. So I started my day at 7 a.m. My husband's off to work, and now I'm in the Baddie 101 office. I'm keeping my skincare routine light because I'm heading to Laser Away later this morning for some skincare treatments. After that, I did some reading and journaling at my desk. I took a work call, and now I'm getting ready to head out. Fun fact, I've been certified in makeup artistry and skincare for over 10 years now, so I do take my skincare pretty seriously. After that, I fed and walked Zara, and now I'm off to Laser Away. First up, my HydraFacial. I love getting these because they keep my skin hydrated and smooth with zero downtime. One of the things I get complimented on the most is my skin. I've been coming to Laser Away for years because they're professional, efficient, and my skin is...
Again, consumerism. None of this stuff does anything for their face but make people feel good because they feel like they're working on it. A lot of your skin health comes from inside, not on the outside. I'm just being honest with you. If there's some things with outside, yes. If you wash away the moisture in your body when you take a shower, you're going to have dry skin because you wash it away. So yeah, the same thing that, the same external thing that made you dry could also make you moist. I agree with that. But just healthy skin in general, to not have pimples and none of that stuff, it has to do with your diet. Okay? But again, she idolizes brands and products and services. This is why she's that way. Okay. Last proof that she idolizes things right here.
Only Nicki Minaj could get me to wear hair extensions after 4 years of not wearing them. Get ready with me to go to the Pink Friday 2 Gag City World Tour in Orlando. I had a 7 a.m. hair appointment. I got a keratin treatment. Now, I used to get sew-ins, wigs, and all of that pre-pandemic. But when COVID hit and I was stuck in New York City, I had nowhere to go. So I stopped wearing hair extensions, and I've just been letting my head breathe for the past 4 years. But tonight is all about the queen, and if you know anything about female rap or hip-hop, she really is the queen of wigs and long hairstyles. Nicki really set the trends when it came to hair. Y'all don't like to give her credit for anything, but it's just a fact. So
I'm gonna give her credit for influencing a lot of these idiots like her. Now, you guys might like BBL girls. I'm not that big into BBL girls. These girls are super thick. Y'all might look at this like, oh my God, she's wife material. She's fake to me. She's not real to me. So I could see right through her. This is not a girl that I would date. I like girls who built their body in the gym, through discipline. Not girls that have good genetics and think because their genetics so good, they want to show up to the gym and act like they went to the gym. Pretend like it. That's the type of girl she is. So look, do I feel bad for her? No, she made the decision. She chose him, and she made it seem like he was such a horrible guy, but she had a wonderful life. And then she accused him of cheating and this and that, and it's the same old story over and over and over again. Meanwhile, she has people. I think she has what, 500,000 followers on TikTok. Yeah, 562,000 followers on TikTok, 8.7 million likes. She's perfect. She's a perfect brand ambassador for brands, you know, because women will look up to her and say, I want to be just like you. I want a big old BBL butt. I want long hair. I want this lifestyle, right? She was doing the Ashton Hall wake up routine before he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at some of the timelines of these videos, they're years ago, 3 years ago. But I want to say this, and I want to say this for the men. Men, let me explain this to you, and I'm going to say it like this. Women fall in love with what you say, whether it's true or not. Okay? And you have to understand some psychological things about women. A lot of women believe that it's important to obsess over a woman. They want to be obsessed over her. Obsession fixes almost any problem in relationships when it comes to women. If you're on the borderline of being with a girl, and she's breaking up with you, if you be like a simp, you'll win her back. But this is the issues with women. Simps are the ones that they love because they can control them. The reason why a girl wants you to be obsessed with her is because she can control you. The assumption is, oh, if you really love me, obsessed with me, you'll never treat me poorly. It doesn't work like that. People who are obsessed with you are stalkers. Only stalkers and losers are obsessed with you. You don't want a man to be obsessed with you. You want a man to be obsessed with God and being righteous. And therefore, he treats you well as an extension of himself. Not because he's obsessed with you. This idea that someone being obsessed with you is a good reason for them to treat you right is flawed, because the reality of it is, a lot of people that are murked in relationships, they're murked by an overzealous husband or ex-boyfriend, someone now obsessed with them. Okay, obsession doesn't mean I'm going to treat you well. It doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that at all. But women, I don't know why they conflate those two things together. They think that they come together, but no. In fact, a man, look, I'm the kind of person where I could treat you very well even if I don't like you. Because I'm principled, because I'm righteous. Okay? Stop looking for people to turn you into an idol, to put you on a pedestal, and to determine that's a great quality about men. This is the mistake most women make. If you obsess over me, you're good for me. Okay, and then guys, if you want to learn games, understand that. You know what I'm saying? I've done this before. I'm going to keep it real with you. I've done this before. But I lost a girl, and I essentially begged her back, and she came back. It works. You know how they say that no contact, go no contact? That don't work. You know why? Because no contact doesn't show obsession. Begging a girl, calling her 1,000,000 times, texting her, that works. Oh my God, he really loves me. He really cares about me. And so manipulators, narcissists, whatever you want to call them, evil people, simps, whatever you want to call them, they're going to utilize it because it works. But why does it work? Because women have a false philosophy, a worldly philosophy, a feminist philosophy. And that philosophy is we need to make men obsessed with us so they could treat us better. It's flawed, you know. I think if everyone believed in God the way I believed in God, and she said she's with faith or whatever, if you believe in faith the way I believe in faith, you realize that you want to be righteous for righteous sake. You want to live up to God's standards, not your standards. God never told man to be obsessed with his wife. He said, love your wife. He didn't say be obsessed. Love is different than obsession. Okay? God don't want you to idolize anyone but him. And God comes before your wife every single time. But Adam was a simp, and Adam did exactly what his wife said because he knew she would like that. That's why we both fell from the glory of God. That's why. You know? I don't want to get too much into that, but you guys get the point. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.